Hey everybody, my name is Josh, joshallmusic.com. This is the Shavasana Kitty YouTube channel, and if you're just dropping in, hey, welcome. And if you're returning, that's even better. So today's going to be a continuation of the lesson that I was doing a little bit ago called Cells, or The Little Black Dress. And if you haven't watched that video, you probably should, so that there's some context and continuity for why we're doing this. But the long and the short of it is I started with just a basic pentatonic box at the 5th fret and doing your A, C, D, E, A, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. And using that in little cells, okay? Now, I'm a big fan of adding like 1 or 2 notes to things to see what it does. And scales are, especially the pentatonic, is no exception to that. And so I might take that scale and I'll say, okay, well, let's add the note B to it and the note F. And so I add this pitch and I add this pitch. Or I add this pitch or this one. So F and B, little tritone, all right? And what that gives me, for those of you who know anything about scales, is that this gives me the A natural minor scale or the C major scale, the C Ionian scale, the A Aeolian mode. Technically, it gives me all of the modes right here of based on the C major. So I'm now going to play over my little C to F riff using the notes B and the notes F as well. And I'm going to use them in little cells. So I'll stay on 1 string and then I'll move down. So it'll be like C, B, A, and then B, A, G, and then A, G, F, and then G, F, E, like that kind of thing. So it's only 3 notes. I'm not going to expand outside of that. And this just gives me an idea of the flavor of adding those notes. So here we go. Yeah. I'm going to go B, A, G. And now I'm going to go A, G to F. G, F, E. F, E to D. I'm going to end on the note C, just because that way it sounds done. But that gives me basically the whole C major scale right there in that little spot, and I just played within using those little cells. This is a nice way to find out whether or not certain notes have the flavor that you're looking for. Let's change one of them. Let's say instead of playing B natural, I play B flat. So now I'll be playing a C, B flat, A, G, F, E, D, C, and I could keep going down, B flat, A, G, F, E, D, C, B flat, A. And this puts me in the key of F, but gives me A Phrygian scale. It also gives me C Mixolydian. So these are all like little modes. It gives me all the modes in the F major scale. So let's see how that sounds against the chord progression that's just C to F. All right, here we go. I'll do that in cells again. You can hear how that changes. C, B flat, A. B flat, A to G. Oops. Let's do G, F, E. Let's do F, E, D. Let's go E, D, C. D, C, B flat. B flat, A, C. So that has a different quality to it than the note B did. And I would say that with those two chords, either one is acceptable. You just decide which you like better. And one of the nice things is you don't have to use it all the time. You could stay within your pentatonic box and add it periodically. And either one of those notes in this particular chord progression situation will sound just fine. So that was C to F. All right. Let's see what happens if I add the note F sharp and the note B flat. So this will be interesting. We'll have C, B flat, A, G, F sharp, E. Now, this technically is going to give us a G harmonic minor kind of sound. And there's a lot of modes within the harmonic minor, but let's just see what it does. It's worth trying and seeing if it sounds any good. So here we go. Let's try it. This is against C to F. There's really no reason that the F sharp should work over this, but let's find out. Here we go. Little cells again. All right. C, B flat, and A. All right. B flat, A, G. F sharp, G, A. B flat, A, G, F sharp. Let's add E to that. Let's add D, E, F sharp. E, D, C. B flat. It's kind of interesting, and I could see how if you were making up a melody, you might choose to play some of those notes. You may not want to live with them like all the time, but you may want to use it periodically. You might want to. Now, another note that you might consider adding, so we could do the B natural and the F sharp and see what that does. I'm going to leave you to let you try that. Another note that you might want to try to add is the note E flat. And if you add the note E flat to your pentatonic scale, you get a blues scale. So let's add the note E flat and see what happens against C major and F. Here we go. I'm just going to play pentatonic with the E flat added. Let's add the E flat here. So you can add that, and it sounds kind of cool. Now, if we can add an E flat, can we add an E flat and an F sharp and a B flat? And that would give us G harmonic minor. Let's try it. See what happens. Here we go. against C and F sharp. I mean C and F. Seems to me that you can add it. Seems to me that any of those notes that I just added, any of those two, I added a B and an F, I added a B flat and an F, I added a B flat and an F sharp, I added an E flat, and then I added E flat, F sharp, and B flat to give me the harmonic minor action. And then I played all of them in one way or another, because I know I ended with a B natural, mixed in with the harmonic minor. And honestly, it all kind of works. And so if that's the case, then I kind of think of playing, if you start with the pentatonic scale, then adding one or two notes is kind of like adding spices to a sauce. And if you put in a little bit of spice, and put in some basil leaves or something, and be like, oh, okay, now I've got spaghetti sauce. Put in some chili powder, maybe now I've got chili. If I put in some curry powder or whatever, I might get a curry. But it all started with like a tomato base, And so there's a lot of common ingredients in music. And so when you do a little bit of that, when you add a note or two and you listen, then you're basically tasting the sauce. Do I like the way that sauce tastes? Then keep using that note. If you don't, avoid it. Nothing wrong with that. Probably could sound really cool, and there are lots of theory reasons why it's not supposed to work. But we don't have to listen to the theory rule if it sounds good to you. So anyway, if you found this helpful, useful in some way, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time, and have a good one.